On the first day, a female war god traveled into the body of a washed-up actress. She unexpectedly saved the cold movie star. When she asked what reward he wanted, she scanned him up and down. Scanning his body, the man quickly added that it did not include anything physical, but she gave a sly smile. Then be my meal ticket for a month. That shouldn't be too hard for you, right? The actor immediately felt insulted. But after seeing the girl's appetite, he started worrying about his wallet. However, since she saved his life, he readily agreed. Not long ago, thanks to her manager's efforts, Gonjo, who was plagued by scandals, finally got a chance to attend the film festival with the cold movie star Bowie Bai. But on the day of the festival, Gonjo didn't show up, while everyone was calling her a loser and saying she was shamelessly trying to grab attention. Gonjo had already been kidnapped to an abandoned factory. After being slapped repeatedly by the kidnappers, she helplessly dialed her mother's number. However, after the call connected, her mother didn't want to say a single word to her, and even hoped the kidnappers would kill her off quickly. Angry, the kidnappers slapped her across the face again. Right now, only your body is worth anything. Why don't we have some fun first? She fought back hard, kicking the man in the crotch, but after running a few steps, she was hit on the head with a blunt club by a bald man. Seeing Gonjo nearly breathless on the ground, the kidnapper called it bad luck, but even if she died, the client didn't plan to let her go and wanted to take explicit photos to post online. Just then, Gonjo, who seemed dead, miraculously came back to life. When the bald man realized that his accomplices had already been knocked down by Gonjo, the bald man angrily grabbed a steel bar. I'm going to kill you. Gonjo turned around and kicked him 80 meters away. Grabbing a steel bar, she appeared in front of the bald man instantly. Were you the one who hit me? She swung the bar toward the man, but suddenly her phone rang. The bar hit the ground with a clang. Looking at the time on the phone, she froze for 6 seconds. This isn't the apocalypse. Did I travel through time? Behind her, the bald man was already wetting his pants. Who are you? Gonjo smiled disdainfully. To act up in front of the Empire's female war god. You've got a lot of nerve, but you should thank the laws of this world for saving your pathetic lives. Saying that, she knocked the bald man out with one blow. Then she went to the window. Recalls he was like Joel Thomar said, bad luck. I don't know who you offended, but since I'm here, I'll collect those debts for you. I'll also live the rest of your life to the fullest. She touched her reflection in the glass, as if saying a final goodbye. And she got up and walked away coolly. These low-level thugs in this world are no match for me. However, the cool moment lasted only 3 seconds before the phone rang, and as expected, her manager started cursing her out. I freaking begged everyone and lost all my dignity to get you a spot on stage with the movie star, hoping he could save your ruined reputation. But I never thought that you would freaking bail on me. At this moment, Gonjo didn't care about his complaint. Her mind was filled with how to get some food to regain her energy. Suddenly, an electric car came flying over her head. Before she could think, it crashed into a tree. Inside, Bowie Bai was seriously injured. He thought he was going to die right there. Then, a woman's voice rang out. The door is stuck. No time for an ambulance. She lightly applied some force, and the deformed door instantly flew several meters away. Luckily, the man didn't die on the spot. You're lucky you met me today. She placed her hands on the man's chest. Luckily, my energy is still there, but this body probably can't hold out much longer. Sure enough, after the man woke up, Gonjo collapsed into his arms from exhaustion, muttering, I'll never complain about nutrient supplement for Gonjo, who was starting to the point of fainting, Onyx stuck a bite out of the man. Bowie Bai, who had just regained consciousness, passed out from the pain. When he woke up again, he was in a hospital bed. His manager, Xiao Bei, comforted him. Luckily, everyone only had minor injuries. In the future, stay away from obsessive fans chasing your car. At that time, your blood was spraying everywhere. I thought you were a goner. The movie star remained silent, feeling a strange pain in his chest. When he saw those 2 clear rows of tooth marks, the image of the woman biting him appeared in his mind. Her cute appearance was like a hungry little puppy. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but start laughing. Xiao Bei noticed something was wrong. That smile. Did our star finally fall for someone? Do you have a girl out there? Tell me, who is she? The movie star pushed him away. Mind your own business. With that, he headed toward Gonjo's hospital room. Xiao Bei quickly pulled him back. You're not going to see Gonjo, are you? She's full of scandals, and there are reporters everywhere outside. It would be disastrous if a rumor started, but Bowie Bai was firm. She saved us. Naturally, I should go see her. Then he walked off. Inside the ward, Gonjo was eating heartily. Her manager, Sister Lan, was worried. Luckily, you accidentally helped Bowie Bai, otherwise you wouldn't survive in this industry. Gonjo didn't listen to the nagging and gestured with her plate for another serving. After all, during the extreme weather of the apocalypse, nutrient supplements were the only supply for humans. Delicacies like broccoli she had only seen in books. This is so delicious. Sister Lan was losing it. How can you still eat? The company is going to blacklist you. Aren't you worried at all? Gonjo replied casually. How could I? I'll be worried. Hurry up and give me another serving. I'll eat slowly. Looking at the mountain of plates, Sister Lan was speechless, thinking she might have developed some illness from the cyberbullying. She gave her another full plate of food. Gonjo took a chicken leg, enjoying it immensely. It's so fragrant. This scene was witnessed by Bowie Bai outside the door. Even though he had anorexia, he couldn't help but swallow his saliva. The next, Second, he pushed the door open. Sorry to interrupt. Sister Lan was shocked. Oh my gosh. It's actually. Oh god. Oibai spoke calmly. I'm here to say thanks. Thank you, Miss Gong, for saving me yesterday. Gongjio replied calmly. You're welcome. At this moment, the movie star's gaze was locked on Gongjio. Why did the chicken leg in her hand look so delicious? As a reward, Oibai immediately said she could ask for anything and he would do his best to fulfill it. Gongjio looked him up and down, then gave a sly smile, which instantly made the movie star think. Recalling the fear of being bitten on the chest, he quickly added that it didn't include anything physical. Gongjio chuckled. Then reimburse me for a month's worth of food. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Sister Lan was stunned. What is this girl talking about? The actor looked at the mountain of plates and smirked, saying he could do that. Now Sister Lan was totally lost. He actually agreed. The two added each other to make transfers easier. The actor looked at Gongjio's husky profile picture, thought of the time she bit his chest, and decisively said her nickname as Little Puppy. Sensing something was off, Gongjio leaned in, but he was quick and turned off his screen. Staring at the phone, Gongjio was confused. What was he smirking at? One day, made eye contact. The actor's face flushed red, and he instinctively looked away. Gongjio noticed the wound on his chest seemed to be healing and asked with concern. That spot is looking better. It should be fully healed soon, right? Then, without hesitation, she reached out to touch it. It wasn't a waste of all that vital energy I spent. She even rubbed his chest a few times. Sister Lan was close to tears. Stop it. You're playing with fire, girl. Suddenly, a blonde guy with a phone rushed in. Look, everyone, to avoid the rumors. Gongjio is definitely faking it, and the moment turned into a massive live stream scandal. The chat room exploded. What on earth is going on? Gongjio, where are your hands touching? Get away from Bogod. The blonde guy kicked her while she was down. So the sugar daddy Gongjio bragged about is actually movie star Bobo. Ibai stood up and walked in. Who are you? The blonde guy introduced himself as a reporter for Entertainment Weekly. As the actor was about to teach him a lesson, Sister Jill blocked him. There's no need to trouble Mr. Bo with such a small matter. After all, I can't cause trouble for my benefactor. If he gets upset, my long-term meal ticket is gone. Sister Lan stepped forward to stop the blonde guy, but he swatted her 8 meters away. Gongjio caught her steadily. Seeing the food knocked onto the floor, she was beyond furious. You dare bully my people, I think. You have a death wish. She grabbed the blonde guy's arm and twisted with force. The guy felt like his whole shoulder was ruined. But why did she look so effortless? He screamed in pain and begged for mercy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to smear you. Someone paid me to do this. Gongjio let go slightly, and the blonde guy screamed while running out. Help, a celebrity is hitting people. But he was stopped at the door by Bowie Bai, posing as a reporter and trespassing in a ward. He listed all his offenses. The blonde guy panicked. Dee, do you have any proof? Unexpectedly, Bowie Bai took out his phone and turned up the volume. He had recorded everything the guy just said. The blonde guy still tried to lie. Gongjio forced a confession. My arm's broken because of her. But when he lifted his hand, it was perfectly fine. How could this be? The live chat was flooded with comments. What a mighty iron grip. This blonde guy is making a total fool of himself. The blonde guy could only stand there in awkward silence. He looked at Sister Jill and then at the actor. He was completely terrified. Neither of these two seemed like people he could mess with. He could only leave a vague threat and flee. Jay, just you wait. After the blonde guy left, Sister Jill only regretted the food that was wasted. Then Xiaobei rushed in. I told you not to visit. Now you two are at the top of the training topics. Sister Lan was also in tears. Is there any hope left? The next day, the actor, bored of reading scripts, suddenly received a photo from Little Puppy. She was enjoying a lavish breakfast, followed by a photo of the receipt. The actor smiled gently and immediately transferred the exact amount. At that moment, his stomach growled. This was the first time he felt an appetite. The assistant suggested foie gras or steak, but he only wanted the same barbecue pork buns as Little Puppy. Meanwhile, Gongjio followed her manager to the filming location of the movie The Thug. But her reputation was bad and full of scandals. The assistant director said it was just a formality. There wasn't much hope the main director would pick her. Although Sister Lan had faith in Gongjio, Gio didn't care at all whether she'd be chosen. She looked around a bit but didn't see the catering truck. So she asked the assistant director, does this crew provide meals? The assistant director was stunned. Am I hallucinating? Sister Lan awkwardly pulled her aside. That near-death experience must have broken your brain. I've never seen you have such a big appetite before. Sister Jill tossed her hair and stopped immediately. Looking up, she realized they were just filming a scene. It made sense. This was no longer the danger-filled apocalypse. Sang Tian, who was afraid of heights, hadn't recovered from the shock, but was heartlessly called out by the rich kid working as a temp. What are you stalling for? You remembered they safety moves well, but you forgot to act. We'll have to reshoot later. He went to help Sang Tian up, but his hand was slapped away. Then she gave him a fierce glare. The guy was left wondering. I was just trying to help. Why is she glaring at me? Seeing Gongjio, Sang Tian greeted her warmly. Sister, do you remember me? We acted together when we were kids. Gongjio didn't have much of an impression of his national sweetheart. She just thought she was really cute and soft to the touch. So she praised her. Your landing move just now was good. You protected yourself well. These words comforted the girl. She was cursed at every day on set, so finding someone who praised her was a relief. John Ruiz, standing nearby, was confused. I meant almost the same thing. Why thank others but give me the cold shoulder? Women are so hard to understand. Then he sent a message to God. Filming is so annoying. My brother must have lost his mind to force me to work on this set. Bowie replied instantly, I already told him you think he's crazy. He should be reflecting on that now. John Ruiz was so angry he almost crawled through the phone. You are a real dog. Soon it was Gongjo's turn. The director told her to get on the harness. In this scene she needed the connell on the 3-story exterior wall in one continuous shot. Harness. Are you planning to go freehand? Sister Gio gave a calm smile. Is freehand supposed to be hard? The rest of the crew burst into laughter. This woman must be bragging again, even though someone like John Ruiz, who does outdoor sports, could do it. Watching Gongjo warm up, they weren't sure if she actually had the skills. Not far away, the male lead scanned Gongjo's body and mocked her. This woman has definitely been messed up by her sugar daddy. Her head is right. Seeing this, the girl shot back. Chile, are you sick? Is it really appropriate to talk to a girl like that? Sister Joe also turned around and gave him a murderous glare. Feeling threatened, Chile immediately shut up. What's with this woman? Faced with Chile's provocation, Gongjo decided not to hold back anymore. This would also be the first time she showed her true strength in front of everyone. Taking off her coat, Gongjo ignored Sang Tian's attempt to stop her and headed straight for the 3-story wall. With a running start, she pushed off hard, leaped up, and grabbed the balcony edge with one hand. She pulled herself up, then flipped over and landed directly on the 3rd-floor balcony. The crowd below was stunned. Even Chile was so scared he jumped out of his seat. Is that even humanly possible? Unexpectedly, Sister Jo tossed her hair and looked down at the crew with total dominance. Her cold, beautiful face showed little emotion. Looking at Chile out of the corner of her eye, she asked arrogantly, is freehand supposed to be hard? Chile felt like he'd been slapped. His gaze was full of hatred. Suddenly, the whole crew became fans of Gongjo. The other two were also dumbfounded. Jiang Ruiz instinctively snapped a photo of Sister Gio and shared it with his buddy Bowie Bai. Who knew someone like this existed in show business? Today was a real eye-opener. Leaping down from the 3rd floor, Sister Gio felt a lot better. She finally vented some frustration for the original owner. Sang Tian was totally obsessed with her. Sister, you're so cool and beautiful. I love it. Director, replay that. Right now, I want to see it again. Sister Gio turned to ask the director about the audition. The director adjusted his glasses pretentiously. The action was okay, but we still have to see how your acting is after you join the set. Sister Lan beamed. The director meant she could join now. Hearing the good news, the girl rushed to hug Sister Gio. Great. We can work together again. Sister, you're so cool. Gongjo didn't have time for a hug. Hearing that lunch was served, her eyes lit up and she wanted to take her along to go eat. Meanwhile, Jean Ruiz received a message from the movie star. The brief reply shocked him to the core. What? She's God's savior? On the other end of the line, Bowie Bai, during a break in his magazine shoot, didn't forget to save Sister Gio's video. He glanced at it thoughtfully. So is that why she eats so much? He quickly told John Ruiz to arrange better meals for Sister Gio. The cruise. Food is that. Don't let my savior go hungry. Receiving the order, John III replied decisively, I'll make sure she's well taken care of. Meanwhile, Gongjo was already arguing with the catering old man. She expressed with indignation. How is one serving enough? I want 10. The old man was strict. Not even one extra. Little puppy was so disappointed she even thought about knocking him out and robbing the truck. Seeing this, Sang Tian comforted her. Don't be mad. Chile already ran off. Looking dejected. Just then, Jean Ruiz arrived with a catering cart and a flattering look. Choose whatever you want. Sang Tian critiqued accurately, looking at his suspicious behavior. This guy might be working with Chile to seek revenge on Sister Gio. Gongjo glanced at the card and agreed it was decent. Jean Ruiz explained. He only admired Gongjo's skills and wanted to invite her to the rock climbing club, but the girl didn't buy it. Your face has trouble written all over it. Is that really why? John III was speechless. What's wrong with me? I was just asked by someone to bring some extra food to his savior. Hearing the word savior, Sister Gio squeezed between them, took a photo, and sent it to Bowie Bai. Bowie Bai admitted he arranged it. Gongjo immediately started eating like crazy. After eating her fill, she went to the training room looking satisfied, but there was always someone annoying coming to ruin her mood. Chile walked straight toward her with his henchman. He provoked Gongjo. I didn't expect you to have some skill. Today, the male lead, will personally rehearse a scene with you. Gongjo was helpless. Can I refuse? Chile was persistent. Giving you a rehearsal is honor. Don't be ungrateful, sister. Ju chuckled. Then I'll play with you. Chile scanned her body creepily and said in a threatening tone, you better remember the moves. Don't blame me for being too rough if you can't keep up. Since he took this role, prepare to get hurt. Sister Gio was disdainful. Are you challenging me? Those useless muscles of yours look like a pig on a chopping block to me. Too greasy to even chop. Stop posturing and save some energy for survival. Sister Gio's words cut deep. Chile was furious. I'm going to ruin you. He threw a punch toward Gongjo's chest. Sister Jill caught his punch and instantly grabbed his arm. After a full rotation, she gave him an over-the-shoulder throw. Suddenly, a scream like a dying pig echoed through the building. Sister Jill tightly gripped his hand and warned him in a terrifying voice. If this hand doesn't behave, I can break it for you right now. Meanwhile, Sang Tian was leading fans on a live set visit. As soon as she appeared, the viewers jumped to 30,000. Their first stop was the training room. Sang Tian explained this was where martial arts instructors usually teach. But I don't need to fight in the movie. I only get beaten up. Just then, a scream came from inside. Fans were shocked. What's going on? The girl quickly smoothed things over. Seems like the rehearsal is getting intense in there. Soon, the camera followed her inside and caught Sister Gio's cool silhouette. The live chat was instantly flooded. Sister, you're so cool. Some couldn't believe their eyes. Am I blind? The one getting beaten up is the action star Chile. He rushed her again, refusing to give up. I don't believe I can't beat a little girl like you. Sister Gio stepped back and did another beautiful over-the-shoulder throw. But Chile was like a persistent cockroach, rushing her again and again, getting thrown in various ways. Sister Giles didn't leave a step to completely dominate him. The three of them were stunned. This was too brutal. Sang Tian snapped out of it and turned the camera. Well, that's it for today's stream. Bye. Chile knelt on the floor, wiping a nosebleed like a tough guy in tears. He turned to Gong Gio and roared, I'll. Sister Gio calmly pulled out her phone and played a recording. Are women amazing? Since you took this role, prepare to get beaten up. Then, she walked toward Chile. So you didn't prepare to get beaten up yourself. Since you've been trashed like this, shouldn't you admit that women are indeed amazing? Seeing the murderous look in her eyes, Chile instantly wimped out. Damn it, where did this woman get such a powerful aura? Finally, the director rushed over after hearing the news. Chile immediately started crying. Director Chun, is this how your crew treats the male lead? Then he left a harsh threat. I'm quitting. It's either her or me. If you don't fire Gonjo, I'm never coming back. Before leaving, he glanced at Gonjo, secretly plotting to get his hands on that recording. Sure enough, the director gave Gonjo a harsh scolding. Look at what you've done. Go and get Chile back right now. Sister Jill ignored him completely. How could that be possible? Her manager, Sister Wan, had lost all hope. This is a total disaster. We're going to starve. While saving the recording, Gonjo comforted Sister Lan. Cheer up. Maybe we'll strike it rich soon. Sister Lan was even more distressed. You lunatic, where are you playing now? I was a goddess of war, but now my soul is a C-list actress with a bad reputation. Using her superior combat skills to crush a sleazy actor with over-the-shoulder throws, teaching him how to be a decent person. By the next day, the news of Gonjo beating Chile was trending. Movie star, but was also paying close attention. As expected, the comments were flooded with bots, claiming Chile was wronged. His studio issued a statement, acting weak and pitiful, claiming he would pause filming the thug for health reasons. But Bai was disdainful of his behavior. Just then, his manager walked in with lunch. He learned that the thug had too many action scenes and the box office risk was too high, so the team had rejected it. Hearing this, Bai was thoughtful. There might be risks, but it's worth a try. Before Xiao Bei could start his report, he was interrupted. Clear my upcoming schedule. I have other plans. Xiao Bei was bewildered. What is the boss up to now? Then he took out his phone, intending to call Zhang Rui's about the situation on the set of The Thug, but he heard Zhang III's wails from outside. Miss Sang, let me explain. But Sang Tian didn't stop her car and drove right off, leaving him in a cloud of exhaust. It turns out that the girl who was afraid of heights was still in the training room preparing for the falling scene, but her heart was still aching for Sister Jill. It was clearly Chile's fault. Why did the director make Sister Jill apologize? Jiang Ruiz, who was busy helping out, couldn't take it. Stop worrying about others and worry about yourself. We're filming your chase scene tomorrow. I'm sacrificing my break to help you train. Knowing she was holding back the crew, Sang Tian quickly apologized to Jiang III. I'm sorry for troubling you today. Jiang Ruiz, who was a softer for apologies, only comforted her and told her to train hard. But standing on the platform, looking down at the abyss, even though she told herself I can do this over and over, her legs still couldn't stop shaking. So, after 20 minutes, she was still standing in place. She turned to John III for help. No, I can't do it. John III gave a sinister smile. Then I'll have to use my secret technique. Close your eyes, count to 10, and I guarantee you'll be able to jump. Sang Tian obeyed. When she reached 2, she suddenly heard Jiang Rui's voice. He snapped his eyes open and realized it really was him. Before he could react, Jiang Ruiz had already finished the countdown to 1. He grabbed his shoulder, and they both fell backward. With a loud thud, they landed safely. Sang Tian ended up face-planting right into Jiang Rui's chest. Once she came to her senses, it didn't seem so scary anymore. In a panic, she tried to sit up, but accidentally pressed both hands onto Jiang's chest. Embarrassed, she quickly pulled her hands away. I'm so sorry. I'll get up right now. But in her nervousness, she accidentally pressed down on his leg. Jiang Ruiz was seeing him and started questioning his life. Heck, that hurts. Sang Tian didn't understand what was wrong with him. She thought she heard him say, heck, you're heavy. It felt like a bolt from the blue. Right? She ran out the door, feeling incredibly wronged. She muttered, you're the heavy one. Your whole family is heavy. John was stunned. What the heck? Then, limping, he chased after her. At least let me explain. What do you mean by heavy? But Sang Tian wouldn't listen to his explanation at all. John Ruiz could only sigh in frustration. He was clearly the victim, yet she was the one getting angry first. To his surprise, when he turned around, he saw Bo Bai leaning against the car. With a smirk, Bo teased, "Dumped by a woman again." Jeon immediately lost his temper. "Make yourself clear. When has this young master ever been dumped?" But Bo Bai had no interest in entertaining him. Get in the car. Don't stand out here making a fool of yourself. Once inside, Bo Bai asked how Gonjo was doing lately. Jeon Ruiz told him not to worry. Your savior is doing great. She's become a hero. On set now, she has more fans than you do. Even though Director Chen suspended her, she's still quite optimistic. She still shows up every day for the free food. Speaking of which, it's mealtime again. As the old man pushed the food cart in, Sister Jo appeared. In a flash, 9 servings, please. The old man was crying inside, worried that Sister Jo would eat the production into bankruptcy. But Gonjo was excitedly rubbing her hands. Wow, they have my favorite, braised pork today. Seeing how seriously she was eating, Oibai couldn't help but swallow hard. He then opened his own lunchbox. John Ruiz was in disbelief, if he remembered correctly. This guy also had an eating disorder, right? Why was he eating boxed lunches today? And if you're going to eat, why do you keep staring at Gonjo? But Oibai didn't have time for him. While staring at Gonjo devouring her food, he gave a dismissive answer. I'm watching a mukbang to help my appetite. Meanwhile, Chile had started a live stream to play the victim. Every other word was an apology for wasting public resources. He claimed minor injuries were just part of the job and even acted all manipulative, telling everyone not to blame Gonjo, saying she just didn't know her own strength. Jiang showed the video to the movie star, but Bo Ibai wasn't worried. He believed Gonjo wasn't the type to be unprepared. Just then, Sister Jo sent a photo of herself checking in. Please reimburse me for the post-meal dessert. Looking at the photo, Bo Ibai continued. Besides, I will never let anything happen to her. As expected, Sister Wan received a call from Chile. He wanted to bribe her to get the recording Gonjo had. Once the recording was gone, he could completely ruin Gonjo's reputation. He had already arranged for someone to delete the gym's surveillance footage. He promised Sister Lan that if she gave him the recording, not only could she live the high life with him, but she could also get rid of that big headache, Gonjo. At this moment, Sister Jo was right there. It wasn't convenient for Sister Lan to talk, so she could only set a meeting to discuss it further. That night, while Sister Jo was still typing away on keyboard, Sister Lan suddenly burst into the room in excitement. Just as he predicted, that sucker actually spent 5 million to buy that recording. Sis is finally. Jo grabbed the phone instantly. Now that you're talking about this, I'm wide awake. She quickly ordered 9 portions of snail noodles. Sister Lam was shocked. Can anyone even sleep in this room anymore? But Gonjo just started stretching her muscles. After all, she was about to go head-to-head with that creep. She had to build up her strength. She went back to typing, and in no time, the gym video was recovered. Sister Lan was amazed. When did you become a hacker? Sister Jo, let's call the police and expose him. She flipped her hair coolly. I can't help it. I'm self-taught. On the other side, Bo Ibai was staring at his phone, very annoyed. It turned out Gonjo was being intentionally smeared on the trending topics. Upset, he reported every single post. Then he watched the video of Gonjo beating up Chile again, and his mood immediately improved. He tapped the screen repeatedly to give her a like. Just then, the elevator doors opened, and Gonjo, dressed in a bunny outfit and carrying snail noodles, walked in. She went straight to the movie star's heart. Mr. Bo? What are you doing here? The movie star quickly explained that he was just here for a cameo. He glanced down at Sister Jo's 2 big bags of late-night snacks and asked if she needed help. Sister Jo lifted them easily. No thanks, this is just enough for me to eat. And the receipt just happened to be seen by the movie star. Right after exiting the elevator, she received a transfer from Bo Ibai. Wow. What kind of divine meal ticket is this? When I make money in the future, I must get back to my sugar daddy. At the same time, Bo Ibai sneezed. His manager casually said maybe someone was thinking about him. He actually believed it. The manager was speechless. You actually fell for that. Suddenly his phone rang. Zhao Bei was struck with shock. Well, like, who did you say liked it? Boss, was your account hacked? You liked a video of Gonjo hitting someone. Before he could finish, Bo Ibai smiled faintly. I wasn't hacked. The manager felt like dying. He kept rambling next to the movie star. Boss, Gonjo is a trouble magnet. We can't be associated with her. And that time she hit the paparazzi, it was our PR team that suppressed the news. If she causes trouble, we'll be dragged down too. Bo Ibai lost his patience. I don't pay your salaries for you to do charity. Go and help her with the PR right now. Zhao Bei was terrified. Boss, don't be impulsive. I'll find someone to handle it right away. He walked away wanting to slap himself. Of all the people to provoke, he had to provoke him. Meanwhile, at the hospital, when she lay he was fuming. What does Bo Ibai mean by this? I didn't even offend him. Suddenly his phone rang. His lackey, trembling, quickly handed it over. Chile took the call and irritably told the person to spit out. But after hearing the person's voice, his face changed instantly. ManhWa, what wind? Leave here. The voice on the other end spoke calmly. I heard you've been fighting hard with that woman. Gonjo lately. Do you want me to give you a hand? Chile didn't expect the eldest daughter of the Hua family to also have beef bratlo. Without another word, your health is right outside your hospital room. As for how to use him, that depends on your tactics. With that, a yellow-haired guy who had also been beaten up by Sister Jo pushed the door open. So a way to deal with that brat Gonjo. To get revenge on Gonjo, Chile teamed up with Yellow Hair to cause trouble in the live stream, claiming not only was he beaten, but even his family was threatened by Gonjo. He hinted everywhere that she had powerful backing. Watching the live stream, Sister Jo laughed. If they want to fight, I'll give them one. So she immediately started her own live stream, but she couldn't forget. For top priority, eat first, talk later. Then she greedily devoured 9 bowls of noodles. Finally, she elegantly wiped her mouth and slowly clicked. Broken. So why is the cast on your left arm today? Also, does this look familiar? Sister Gio holds up Blondie's fuck. Then, Gio warns him through the screen. I know whose puppet you are. Tell Chile for me. I have a massive surprise waiting for him too. Meanwhile, Chile opens his phone to a devastating blow from Gong Gio. Not only is there a video of him being provocative in the training room, but also proof of him bribing Sister Lan. They are completely cornered. Blondie panics. He shouts for Brother Lei toward the room, totally forgetting he is still live. This self-snitching triggers a wave of online insults. Even Chile is about to lose it over this idiot. Loving the drama, Gio quickly adds, with your combined IQ, you really shouldn't try to scheme. Netizens are fed up. Turns out these two creeps have been working together. That jerk Blondie is still struggling. The video is tampered with. Don't let Gong Gio fool you. Her secret supporter is the famous actor Bowie Bai. I saw it myself at the hospital. His PR team even stepped in to bury the bad press for her. How can an ordinary guy like me ever compete with that? Hearing this, Gio looks serious. She can't let her meal ticket get into trouble, so she quickly explains, Mr. Bo was there, but he was just a good Samaritan stepping in to help. If you want to keep pushing this garbage narrative, I doubt his fans will stand for it. Wani wants to keep talking trash, but then he remembers. The rumors that Bo Ibai's family is extremely powerful, possibly connected to the military. He's not about to die for Chile and that girl. So, he ditches the live stream immediately, takes the chance to clarify. Mr. Bo and I aren't close. If you have an issue, take it up with me. Don't drag innocent people into this. Meanwhile, the innocent person, who supposedly isn't close to her, is watching her stream very closely. He even manages to show up at the filming location within 5 minutes. The moment Bowie Bai appears, the comments explode. Oh my god, he's so hot. I'm obsessed. I'm losing my mind. As Gio turns around, her screen suddenly goes black with a warning about inappropriate content. Gio is confused. This guy isn't even half naked. What's wrong with my stream? But she has no time to overthink. She greets her meal ticket. With that build, no wonder he's called a walking thirst trap. My tiny live stream really can't handle this. The actor gives her a puzzled look. What's with that look? Gong Gio laughs it off, thinking she might have just caused him trouble. She better leave before he gets mad. She picks up her phone and smiles politely. Sorry, drank too much water, gotta go. Then, under his watchful gaze, she makes a run for it. Seeing his entertainment leave, Bowie Bai loses his appetite and tells Xiao Bei to head back with him. Xiao Bei feels miserable. The next day, while Gio is worrying about lunch, Sister Lan rushes in excitedly. Gong Gio, you're so lucky. I just got a call from Director Chun. There's a new leading man starting tomorrow. You can go back to work. Gong Gio gave a casual shrug. So, braised pork or sweet and sour ribs. For lunch, in the end, she ordered 100 portions of dessert. Sister Lan was speechless. Do you even remember you're an actress? Sister Jo suddenly remembered her benefactor hadn't reimbursed her for the last few days' food. But when she opened the chat, it was still empty. It seemed she really caused him a lot of trouble this time. The meal ticket has expired. Although she was a bit reluctant, she'd better keep her distance from him from now on. So she sent one last polite message, and then clicked delete on the contact. What she didn't know was that Bowie Bai was staying up late reading scripts for her. To his surprise, opening his phone gave him a massive blow. Not only was he treated as an unrelated person, but now he was even deleted. The next day, Gong Gio arrived at the set. Her daughter, Sang Tian, was showering her with praise. Yesterday's absolute takedown was amazing. That's how you handle people like that. But Sister Gio, do you know who the new lead is? Before she could finish, Bowie Bai made a grand entrance. Sang Tian gave Sister Gio a meaningful look. Our leading man is here. Gong Gio was shocked. The new lead is actually my former meal ticket. What's going on? Better act like we're not close. Sang Tian greeted him warmly. But Gong Gio just gave a distant hi. Is the next step after deleting a friend acting like strangers? Since that was the case, he also pridefully only greeted Sang Tian. Her daughter was confused. What is happening? Sister Gio threw up her hands. Because we're not close. Sang Tian couldn't understand. This unreachable star came down to earth just to give you a like. And you're not close, what like? Sang Tian looked at her in disbelief. Sister Gio, are you living under a rock? Gong Gio continued her snacking. Rocks or not, food is more important. Sang Tian couldn't help but give a thumbs up. Only you. The first scene began. Director Chin was lucky Bo Ibai could save the day. But regarding him personally requesting Gong Gio to stay on the set, the director was very puzzled. The man's face was full of tenderness and affection. Haven't you seen her skills? She is the most suitable person for this role. I believe she will be the highlight of this movie. Director Chun was speechless. Protecting that troublemaker like this guy definitely owes him a lot. Once the main actors were present, Director Chin began explaining the script. The protagonist, Lin Mo, is an orphan. His only sister has eye cancer, and soon after, he's diagnosed with a terminal illness. To treat his sister, he gets involved in a high-stakes gamble. If he wins, he reaches the peak of life. If he loses, both he and his sister will die in this game. The villain, Kay, notices Lin Mo's uniqueness at first sight. The two thus become fated rivals. The first scene is the initial meeting between Lin Mo and Kay. Anyway, since you two know each other, I won't say more. Before the words landed, Gong Jio raised her hand. Director, Mr. Bo and I aren't actually that close. Silence fell over the area. Bo Webai looked at the script and gave a light scoff. Sang Tian couldn't help but lower her head. How can I save you, Sister Jill? Well, not being close is fine. The first meeting in the movie is meant to be confrontational. Sister Jill was stunned. When did they ever have a confrontation? Lin Mo is at the gambling scene. His hands are tied, and there's a large tub of water in front of him. Out of several people, only the one who can hold their breath the longest can. The only way to survive this gamble. Having changed her clothes, Gong Jio gave Bo Webai a meaningful look. She swirled her finger in the basin and asked, "Two?" Bo Webai shook his head. Free. John was confused. What kind of riddles were these two talking in? On camera, Bo Webai transformed instantly. His dark eyes were like endless black holes, numb and calm. Then, a pair of pale hands reached out from behind. They brushed casually over his Adam's apple, but in a flash, they gripped his neck tightly. In that, the moment their eyes met, she felt an unprecedented aura of death coming from him. For 10 whole seconds, the set was dead silent. People began whispering that Gong Jio probably couldn't keep up with the movie king's acting, but the director barked at everyone to be quiet. As the camera pushed in, Gong Jio's cold, ruthless gaze seemed ready to devour him. She lightly scratched the man's throat, like a bloodthirsty beast, licking her lips. Her voice was thin and icy. They've already placed their bets. What about you? The man's expression remained numb and calm. Sang Tian couldn't help but shiver, watching the monitor in disbelief. This wasn't Sister Jill. And Bo got it all. They were Kay and Lin Mo themselves. Director Chen also hissed, scratching the few hairs left on his head. He didn't expect Gong Jio to actually match Bo Weibai's energy. She even enhanced it. With a splash, Bo Weibai was slammed into the water. Gong Jio wore a half-smile as the seconds ticked by. Bo Weibai was still being held under. The director was completely immersed, but others began to worry. Director, it's already been 3 minutes. The director broke into a cold sweat. What? 3 minutes already? Before he could speak, Gong Jio had already pulled the movie star up from the water. Jian Rui's hurried over with a towel. Old Bo, are you okay? Bo Weibai replied flatly, I'm fine. Seeing this, the director rushed forward with flattery. As long as you're okay, this shot was absolutely fantastic. Then he turned to Gong Jio and scolded, you don't know your own strength. What if something happened? Bo Weibai spoke up to explain. I told I could hold my breath for 3 minutes. Sang Tian suddenly understood, so the 2 and 3 they mentioned earlier referred to time. Everyone was shocked. That actually worked. The fact that these two were on the same wavelength was incredible. The director was so startled his hat flew off. He quickly picked it up, put it back on, and pretended nothing happened, telling everyone to take a 5-minute break. Then Sang Tian, a little fangirl, was back on duty. Sister Jill, you're amazing. I have goosebumps all over. Gong Jio looked at Bo Weibai with appreciation. It's Mr. Bo who's better. His eyes helped me get into character so fast. Bo Weibai didn't hold back his praise either. Your emotions were good too, but you could be even closer. He gestured for Gong Jio to come over. Bo Weibai felt that Gong Jio seemed to still have some reservations, so he asked, do you know why Kay touches Lin Mo? Gong Jio replied subconsciously, because Lin Mo is like an interesting toy. Bo Weibai suddenly grabbed her hand and pressed it to his chest. Then when you touch him, you should be more meticulous. As the hunter, you can be even more bold and brazen. And that, Sang Tian looked like she was totally shipping them. Jiang grumbled, one's a god of death, the other's a female outlaw. Your taste in couples is really intense. But Sang Tian didn't care and gave Jiang a flurry of punches and kicks. Look, they're so cute. Joan just smirked. You're shipping them so hard now, but watch out. Your own performance might be a total flop later. You're the flop. Your whole family's a flop. My 15-year acting career is no joke, but not long after filming started, she was repeatedly called out. Where are your eyes wandering? That's too fake. Are you fishing in the dark? Look at the emotion. You're eating too fast. After 15 NGs, the scene finally passed. Sang Tian came over crying to hug Sister Jill for comfort. Jiang mocked from the side. 15-year career, 15 NGs. The numbers matched perfectly. Sang Tian couldn't take it anymore and wailed loudly. Sister Jill comforted her. You're just too nervous. There's nothing a cup of milk tea can't fix. If one doesn't work, have to. Feeling a bit better, Sang Tian couldn't help but gossip again. Sister Jill, you and Mr. Bo have such chemistry. Are you really not close? Gong Jio answered thoughtlessly and loudly, explaining, it's because we're not close. There's no pressure with a rival. Suddenly, Bo Weibai leaned into her ear. I don't think Lin Mo and Kay are rivals. With that, he walked away looking displeased. Gong Jio watched his back, faintly sensing a murderous aura. Suddenly, she had an epiphany. It must be because I held him under the water too long that he's angry. Sang Tian spat out her milk tea. Your brain works just like John's. And she patted her shoulder, reminding her to check her phone, thinking this was the only way she could help her. Gong Jio opened her phone to see the news of Bo Weibai liking the post of her beating up Chile. Her heart sank. What have I done? I just said in public that I'm not close to him. Isn't that like slapping the movie king's face? What her principle was. If you're wrong, admit it. So she opened her phone to apologize and suddenly remembered she had already deleted his contact info. Can I still save this situation?